Welcome to another episode of 365 Unplugged. We are at, day 4? So wearing the same clothes, smelling, getting
This is episode 4, it's not day 4. And yeah, we've got more people taking pictures of us.
We do. This is Lee. Hi, Lee.
Who is Lee and why is
Lee
he
works
here?
with me. Lee's great.
Is Lee a fanboy?
No, he's a colleague.
Same thing.
Okay.
All right. So what are we talking about?
So
episode
we are talking
4.
about
Is it episode 4?
episode 4. Oh, I'm Loryan Strant, and you are?
I'm Alistair Pugin, and if you haven't seen episode 3, go look at episode 1 and come all the way through because there's a common theme and you would not be able to figure out.
Like, why has Loryan got fingernail paint on? Let's leave that. Go back to episode... Well, I'm not going to say
Episode
what...
2.
I was not going to say what it was.
All right, what are we talking?
Communication and teamwork stuff.
Precursor. This is all the news, the only news that you need to listen to if you want to know about what's hip and trending at Microsoft Ignite.
So let's start with Yammer. So we did an episode about Yammer where we kind of, alluded to things.
Let me just sit back. Need a
Be still
cigar
your beating
and some
heart.
whiskey.
Be still your beating heart. So some of the things we can actually announce this time about Yammer, so because they're public, we don't have to mislead you, is we have a smarter feed with more targeted content based on who you're following, what you're following, those kind of things. The all company will be able to actually change that and customize that. We'll be able to do things like closing conversations, so actually saying, no more talk about this.
I don't care. There is the new Yammer.
That's right. Hashtag Year of Yammer. Hashtag Year of Mike Holst. Hashtag Ryan Reynolds
of
MSFT.
Microsoft. Yes.
Also, groups will now be called Yammer Communities. They'll still be connected to Office 365 groups if you like. Communities will also have cover photos, so they'll be pretty instead of just a solid color. We'll also be able to pin conversations. So, this is when you get to this community.
I don't care about any of that. The
Right.
new Yammer is the only place that you ever have to do anything inside of Office 365.
Well, no, because we're about to talk about other stuff. Anyway,
I'm not done talking about Yammer.
I know. Well, I'm about to. So we can also, the event experience is improved, and this is the segue. There will be a Yammer app in Teams
Called Communities.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think so.
They demoed
I can't
that.
remember. Yeah, they demoed. I forgot.
Did they
We've
demo?
got a lot. We've covered a
So
lot
there's
already.
a button on the
left
app,
rail.
On the left rail, that's going to say My Communities or Communities.
Just communities, I think, and that will be Yammer.
And that'll be Yammer.
Oh, also, a thing that I didn't put down here is you'll be able to, using the Fluid framework that we mentioned in another episode, watch them all to find out where, is be able to reply to a Yammer message from within email.
That's called an actionable message.
An actionable message, indeed it
Using
is.
Adaptive.
Cards?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's not fluid.
No.
That's not the fluid part. It's
It's
an
not a
actionable
card.
message.
Yeah, okay.
But you can now, using the fluid framework, surface Yammer content inside of an email.
Yes.
So if you added
Actually,
images
you can
into a Yammer post,
you can like the message inside of
interact,
the
and
email.
that's the fluid framework. Yammer is the first application from Microsoft using, it's been rebuilt in the fluid framework. So
And it is also the first native app inside of Teams as well.
well, maybe we should ask what the definition of native is.
Let's not, because that'll be a thing. So moving on to
I thought it was a thing.
another
It was a
thing in Teams.
yesterday, though.
Moving on to another thing in Teams is tasks. Tasks in Teams. What are tasks in Teams, you might ask, Al?
I did not.
Okay, good question, Al. Tasks in Teams. So we have inside of Office 365, we've got Planner. And
Yes, I like Planner.
we also have To Do.
I don't like to do.
I like To Do. I don't
You
really,
like To Do.
I'm a bit iffy on Planner. So tasks in Teams is Planner and To Do together.
So is it like Outlook tasks?
Well, no, that's To Do is Outlook tasks. But it's the same substrate and framework and something. Anyway, basically you'll
Is it
now have...
SharePoint tasks?
Yeah, and you can create a Gantt chart in Planner as a result. No,
Have you seen the new
can't.
project? Have you seen the new project?
No, I haven't. Stick on the topic. What this actually is tasks in Teams is the ability to see all of your Planner tasks and To-Do tasks in one interface. So you don't actually have to switch apps at all anymore. You can just click on tasks, like you can with the Files button in the left rail. It shows you your OneDrive, your SharePoint.
Can you see it in Outlook?
Yes, if you go to Outlook, you'll see your To-Do tasks. If you go to Planner, you'll see your Planner tasks.
I just want
If
to
you
see
go
all the
to
tasks in Outlook.
If you go into To-Do, you can see your task and your Planner tasks. So, but Planner is still Planner, and accessible from the URL tasks.office.com, but still planner.
Where do I see all my tasks?
More work to be done.
Is there a task roll-up?
No, well, tasks is tasks in Teams. If you want to see all of it, you go to there.
So that's not to do in Outlook, and planner is under to do under task.
No, planner is planner. Let's move on before we upset some product managers.
Yeah.
So Teams itself has some good announcements. So Kaizala, they talked about Kaizala would be rolling into Teams. So
Black
the first
Staff
thing,
are rolled into.
that's right. So the first thing we're seeing of that is polls and surveys will be inside. So it'll be using those cards from there.
Adaptive cards.
Cloud video interop. So there will be integration between WebEx
How
and
cool
Teams.
is that? Because all of the US runs on WebEx, right?
Yeah,
Everyone,
pretty
every
much,
time
yeah.
I sit in a meeting, hey, click into my room. And it's someone's room, right?
So you'll be able to join a Teams call, I believe, from a WebEx room system.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool if you've invested in Cisco.
A lot of people have.
I know.
I like that. I mean, we sell Meraki kit at the office, and it's great stuff for VMX.
Yeah, that's networking. I'm talking about like you've...
SD-WAN, buddy. SD-WAN. Okay, moving
So
on.
private channels.
Finally, I thought it was... Didn't they say that it was rolling out, and then
That's what I'm doing
So
here.
they rolled back the rollout, and now they're rolling it out again.
We can't speak about that.
But it was...
Oh, no, yeah, we
The
can say
message
it was
sent to
delayed.
guys,
It
the
was
message
delayed.
sent to guys, the guys that get less views than we do, and now they've created a podcast.
Oh, those guys.
Those guys, yeah. Yeah, so they talked about it. It was there.
As of today, it is rolling out.
And
today.
in your tenants shortly.
Soon, yes. Multi-window, so the ability to pop out a conversation
A window within a window.
is, so
Very Mac.
or just very Skype, because you could have a Skype window here, you can have a chat going there. So now you can actually do that with Teams.
So
You can
that
have
you
it.
don't
I
swear
could
at
be in a
someone
team
the
with
wrong
you
chat
talking.
window.
I could be in a meeting with you talking about you to a colleague.
Yeah.
And complaining.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
So
So that's
picture in
coming.
picture.
No, to chat over here. Yeah, no.
A window in a window.
So I can keep an IM going
Cigar
while
and
I'm
a
working in a document inside of Teams. Pinned windows. So, and some of these things that I'm describing are not necessarily rolled out now. So private channels rolling out. Some of these coming soon. Pinned channels, so you don't have to keep scrolling through your Teams to find the channel.
The top, yeah.
Yeah, I used that the other day. Quite good for a team that I was quite active in. I wanted that
You don't
channel.
have to hit the scroll, scroll.
Don't have to move your teams around. Just go straight to that channel.
Right.
Also, integration with Outlook. So this is actually quite interesting.
So can I have Teams in Outlook?
Well, what you can have is you can reply, like we just mentioned with Yammer.
Oh, that type of integration.
You can take a message. So right now, if you want to get an email into Outlook, you forward it, and it comes with your forward message, your signature, and then the email.
Email it to you.
Now there'll actually be a button inside of Outlook where you can press, I think it's like move to Teams,
Yeah.
and it will pick up the email, move it to the channel, and you can add some commentary about it.
Yeah. I like
So that'll
that.
be
I
good.
like that.
There'll also be the ability to share a Teams conversation to an email, so you can email it out.
Yeah. And you can also reply inside Outlook to a Teams.
That's the other one. So like we mentioned with Yammer, you'll actually be able to reply to a Teams conversation inside of Outlook. So instead of I wake up and I get these missed conversation notifications, and I go, all right, I'll go into Teams now. I can just go, cool, reply, done. Happy
I
days.
like the
Go back
idea
to bed.
that you're taking information to where people work.
That's exactly. Oh, look at that. You should be in marketing.
I know.
That's fantastic.
I know. What's next?
Other things we've got is presenter and attendee controls. So right now, everybody in Teams is the same level. So if I'm a
Request
guest,
control,
I can
request
actually
control,
kick somebody out.
That's like Dan did. It's like Dan did on our monthly contributors.
Yeah, I've actually, and as I did, I muted him while I was a guest.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something we can actually do is downgrade people's rights, upgrade them, those kind of things. SMS sign in for first line workers. So kind of like your WhatsApp.
What does that mean? What is
What
an
it means-
SMS sign in?
Well, it means you can sign in.
Send them an SMS?
No, you can sign into it and type in your mobile phone number and get in, kind of like your WhatsApp and your Kaizala. You don't have to sign in with an account.
Oh, not just meetings.
No, yeah, the full like user experience.
okay.
Yeah. So,
That's cool.
yeah. Also, there's an advisor for Teams, which is in my tenant at the moment. I'm not sure if I'm seeing it early
So
because it's a little bit broken.
It's not Cortana.
No, the advisor for Teams, actually what it does is helps you
yeah.
roll out Teams. And what it does is creates a planner, creates forms to get surveys, puts together a list of tasks of things you need to
Does
do.
it replace us as consultants?
No, you can never replace us, Microsoft. We know too much.
We know too much. They know too much. It's like chain reaction. Those are his lines. Those are my lines.
Yeah, sure.
Pablo Francisco. You have to watch it.
Yeah, okay, sure. Cool. Let's do that. More people at the window.
90th person to come to this damn window.
What it'll actually do is it actually
Go
creates...
away. Go away.
It creates a team, I think it's called deployment team in your tenant, and you can add people into it as you would normally. But as I said, it creates a planner or tasks now. Yeah. It creates tasks in there.
We're burning daylight. Finish up.
And so it helps you get your team's deployment done now. Safe links in policy packages. So there's a lot of different policies you can apply to different people inside of Teams. So we can now create policy package. So this type of user gets all of these policies instead of going to each policy and applying it to different types.
Team,
So that's a good improvement. Safe links in Teams. So using advanced threat protection. Click on this. Takes you to the detonation chamber. That is.
Sounds so dark.
It does.
Detonation chamber.
So that protects your links in there. And
can we
also
add pictures of fluffy dogs when we say
being
detonation?
blown up with the detonation chamber. I don't know. And the last one is Power Apps can be published as Teams apps. Power Platform!
Okay, we're running out of time.
Let's run out of time. So let's finish this episode with the few seconds we have and say, ciao, ciao.
There's a lot more. Also, remember, thanks for listening to this podcast coming to you pre-recorded or re-recorded or not so very much nicely.
Speaking of running out of time.
Yeah, we recorded it at Microsoft Ignite, and Microsoft is giving away to people that are actually eligible, so you need to be in a country that Microsoft is physically in, so they can ship you a set of Surface earbuds. So for all our listeners and viewers, head over to https:// aka.ms/podcast sweepstakes. One word, podcast sweepstakes. And the case is not sensitive. It is insensitive.
There's no case then.
And get your entries in before December 15th and you stand a chance of winning some really Zulu on my Snoop earphones.
Cool.
All right, hit the like button, smash it, hit the Bing button, and I'm going to have to say...
Ciao, ciao.
Cheers. Ciao.